Welcome back to the 1A, 2A state championships here at Spanish Fork Complex in Spanish Fork, Utah. We begin now with the 2A portion. This ball game will be bringing you the Duchesne Eagles against the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs. And Duchesne will be the home team. They'll be in the field first, and Gunnison will be up to bat. They'll start with Aubrey Bartholomew. First pitch from Grant on the outside corner. Nice movement on that ball. Strike one to Bartholomew. Grant takes the sign. Brings it in. This time it's going to be inside and a little bit low. Aubrey Bartholomew steps in there with a .390 batting average. 2 triples on the year, 4 doubles on the year, 14 RBIs as a leadoff batter. That's a pretty good deal. Another pitch down low, gets a piece of it, does Aubrey Bartholomew. It's going to go foul and out of play. Strike 2. 1-2 the count to Bartholomew. The Duchesne comes in as the number 3 seed. Gunnison is the number 6 seed. This is a battle of undefeateds here. This is in the winner's bracket. Ball is dribbled down to first base, picked up easily there by the first baseman Larson, and she'll step on the bag to go 3 unassisted, 3U for the first out. And it'll bring Taylor Anderson to the plate. She'll be backed up by Camry Bunnell, and in the hole will be Riley Bartholomew. So Taylor Anderson steps in as the number 2 hitter. Taylor Anderson with a .250 batting average. Grant is really bringing it. Kira Grant for the Duchesne Eagles is really bringing the ball, throwing really well thus far. I know it's only been 4 or 5 pitches, but she's got some zip on it here today. Good pitcher. Ooh, breaks it over the inside corner, but it's going to be called a little bit low for a ball. Ball 1. So Taylor Anderson, the .250 batting average. She does have a couple of doubles and 11 RBIs on the year. Ooh, again on that inside corner. She's working the corner, but not getting that call right now. 2-1 the call is the count on her. We're in the top of the first here, if you're just joining us. Again, we appreciate TeamHive.live, Barrett Hilton and his family, and developing that through swing and a miss, strike 2. Through Centricom is supporting that, but it's a streaming device. They carry more than just sports, folks. All sorts of high school and community activities down here. We certainly do appreciate TeamHive.live and in conjunction with KSL Sports. Whoa, down the middle for a called strike, and she knew it immediately. Taylor Anderson knew that was the 3rd strike and just went to the dugout immediately. Great pitch there by, again, Kira Grant. Kira Grant now will face Camry Bunnell. Steps in there. And Bunnell steps in as a .410 batting average and 16 RBIs on the year. So Grant brings it pop up into right field. This right fielder settling in, calls for it, and takes it. So a 1-pitch fly out to the right fielder for a 1-2-3 inning for Gunnison, or for Duchesne in this top of the first. We'll be right back with the bottom of the first.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life.
You've seen the construction, now come see the results. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to announce the end of construction on the hospital and the opening of our new Beaver Valley Hospital Wellness Center this June. Located immediately west of the hospital, it's a space designed for everyone. From our walking track, weights, circuit training, and full-service aquatics, we're here to support your strength and health as you begin your wellness journey. Join us this June and discover one more reason to choose choose. Choose local. Beaver Valley Hospital. Why would you go anywhere else?
Welcome back here as we get ready for the bottom of the first inning. Still trying to put together some positions for the Gunnison Bulldogs. They will have Riley Bartholomew will be pitching to start the game. And batting for Duchesne will be the pitcher. Kira Grant will start at batting first. Pitch from Bartholomew is going to be high. And second pitch going to be hit down the line. They're going to be just over the fence, foul down the right field line. So 1-1 the count here to Kira Grant. Presley Farnsworth will be on deck, and Larissa Maurer will be in the hole to start this first inning. Grant was a .551 batting average. The ball is going to be low inside. They got to be careful with her because Grant has 10 home runs on the year, 2 triples, and 15 doubles, 41 RBIs out of your leadoff hitter. This is going to be struck right up the middle. Easy, a single there by Grant. Well done, single. The only thing we can know right now is that it will not be a no-hitter. So that will bring to the plate Presley Farnsworth, number 11, the shortstop today for Duchesne. And Larissa Maurer on deck. Again, Grant at first base. Now it looks like she's still out there running. They can run for the pitcher, but when you got someone like Grant, you haven't got anybody better to run than that. You may want, they choose to leave her out there and let her run because she is a good one. She fakes the go there. The pitch is high. And did that not count? The pitcher, the umpire saying to the pitcher he still had time. So that was a bit of a quick pitch, and I don't think they got credit for that pitch. He's still holding up to Helder to stop. He's still stopping her. It's messing up her timing. Pitch is gone. Grant's going down the line. Pitch throw is there. Nice throw by the catcher, but just not in time to catch Kira Grant. She's just too fast. That's a straight steal there. Pitch ready. Bartholomew. Rip. Oh, that's a good thing. That's foul. That was headed for, well, the road out there is about 500 feet away, and that might have quite made it. That was ripped by Farnsworth. Well foul. But boy, was it hit. Down the other face, that was going to be clear over in the other field. They proclaimed it fair on the foul on field number 1, but we're playing on field number 4, so that doesn't count. Presley Farnsworth with a .590 batting average. She's going to nub this one down the first base line. First baseman ranges over and will take the play. I believe that's Aubrey Bartholomew there at first base. They did not give us positions, so we're trying to piece this thing together. And I believe that's Aubrey Bartholomew at first. Nice play, whoever it was, for the first out. Brings Larissa Maurer to the plate. The third baseman, she turns to fake the bunt. It's inside low, no good. Grant goes on the run, and she'll be in even if there'd been a good throw. She'd have been there. So another stolen base there for Kira Grant. The pitcher can't bobbles it at home. She'll be standing on home plate too. She's just that fast. So Maurer into bat. Have 500 batting average for her. 5-6 hole. That's easy. Base hit by Maurer. RBI. 1 RBI on the play. That brings Grant in to score. So she didn't have to steal home. That was an easy play there for Grant coming in from third. So Maurer to first with the single and the RBI brings Claire Anderton to the plate, followed by Camry Larson. So Anderton comes in with a .468. These are lofty batting averages for this Duchesne crew, folks. First pitch is a ball. Ball 1. Oh, swing and a miss. Nice pitch there as Bartholomew takes something off of that one. Riley Bartholomew, a fine pitcher also. And she took a little off that one, and a nice pitch for strike. 1-1 the count. A little bit high there. The catcher again, I believe the catcher for Duchesne. Gunnison is, I believe, number 2, Taylor Anderson. We'll have to check it. Swinging a foul ball there by Maurer. Excuse me, by Anderton. So 2-2, I think the count. Popped up down the first base line. Will it get out of play? I believe it will, because there's people scrambling. Therefore, it must have gone foul. We have the top over the bleachers makes it hard to see some of those plays down the line. But when people go running, you figure that's where the ball is. Umpire's already trying to find some softballs that have been turned in. So Bartholomew ready to bring it. Right down the middle, popped up high down the right field line. Right fielder settles under it. It's behind the screen. It looks like she's an out. It's tough to see down there. F9 for the second out. And they'll bring Camry Larson to the plate, the number 5 hitter. And Camry Larson. Yeah. It's a .433 batting average for Camry Larson as she steps in at the number 5 spot. Hit high in the air, looks like it's in the pitcher's circle. She's struggling to find it, but makes the play. Bartholomew makes the play. So they do get 1 run, does Duchesne, but they're able to shut them off. So at the end of 1, it's 1-0.
22,000. That's roughly how many breaths you'll take today. And if your air isn't clean and healthy, there's 22,000 reasons to improve your air purification system for you and your family.
Pure Air from Lennox is a whole home solution, meaning cleaner air in every room and every breath, every single one.
Call the Stallings Company to see how we can fill your home with perfect air.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Welcome back to the UCCU Savings Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back here as we go in now into the top of the second inning here. And coming to bat will be the Gunnison Bulldogs. And leading off the hitting here will be Riley Bartholomew, number 15. She is the pitcher, and she bats from the left side. We'll see if she goes slap or if she straight away swings. Hits a hard shortstop. Great play by Farnsworth. Wow, what a play. Presley Farnsworth gloves it on the run, right in the edge of her glove, comes up with a gun to Camry Larson at first base. That's a nice play. So that'll go down as a 6-3 putout, first out of the inning, but what a nice play that was, and what a big arm. So Molly Bartholomew now comes to the plate, is the shortstop, we believe, for Gunnison. And again, they didn't give us all the positions. We're still trying to put that together. Grant throws that one a little bit low, ball 1. Pitch is on the way. Again, a little bit low by Grant. Ball 2. Throws the rubber. Foul ball back against the screen as Barney gets a piece of that. We are in the bottom of the second inning now, or excuse me, top of the second inning. 1-0 the score for the Gunnison for the Duchesne Eagles here. Ripped into right field. Nice job. That was a ball that was outside. And Barney just went the opposite way with it with a good piece of hitting there to hit the ball to right field. First base runner of the game for the Gunnison Bulldogs. And that'll bring Atlee Coates to the batter's box.
Atlee Coates now batting.
Atlee Coates steps in now. Grant throws a hard one fouled back against the screen. That'll be a strike 1.
Yeah. Oh, you think so?
Yeah. So 0-1 the count here to Coates. Pulls the string. The ball gets loose from the catcher, Anderton, and the runner is able to advance to second base. That's Molly Barney at second base. So the pitch on the way. Outside edge called ball. Coates with a .323 batting average here. A couple of home runs on the year out of the number 5 hole. Pitch is going to be on that outside corner, going to get the call that time. Good job of framing it by the catcher. See what the count is. I'm a little off on the count. The official does not give us the count. Swing and a miss, I believe that. Yeah, that is strike 3. What a pitch. Atlee Coates goes down to a strikeout. Second strikeout of the game so far, and Briley Wojcik comes to the plate. Number 18, Briley Wojcik. Believe she's the second baseman today.
Now batting.
She'll stand in there. Wojcik will. Dribbles it to the second base side, picked up nicely over to the first baseman. That's Farnsworth to Larson, and that'll be the third out of the inning. So a nice clean inning once again for the Duchesne Eagles. They do get one on, but that's all they can do. So after 1.5, it is 1-0 in favor of Duchesne with them coming to bat. We'll be right back.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Sanpete Steel & Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel & Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Welcome back as we start the bottom of the second inning now. And standing into bat now for the Duchesne Eagles is Maddie Larson, the left fielder. Pitch is outside off the glove, so I believe it's 1-1 the count now to Maddie Larson.
See, yeah, I can't see the catcher's number. It looks either like a 2 or a 3, doesn't it?
It's a 3, I think. Another pitch is going to be fouled back against the screen. And we're having a hard time seeing if it's a 3 or a 2 behind the plate, but I believe it's number 3 actually and that's Coates. Excuse me, Atlee Coates is the catching. And a strikeout there. As I'm trying to get positions, Maddie Larson goes down on strikes. So the first strikeout of the game for the pitcher, Bartholomew. Strike 1 also to the pitcher. So it looks like now Riley Bartholomew's kind of got it dialed in too. Really the only problem she's had was with Kira Grant in the first inning, who got herself on with a single and then worked her way around and scored. Some excitement in the other field as a grand slam home run registered in a game over there. So the balls are flying pretty good today. We had 3 in the game that we did just before this one, three home runs in the same game. So the ball's flying pretty good. So at the plate is Brecklin Skews. Swing and a miss by her. That's 2 strikes, I believe, on her. Skews is the center fielder. Brecklin, I hope I'm pronouncing all of that correctly. Ooh, just off the end of the bat. That's a good pitch on the outside corner and a good piece of hitting to stay alive as that went right off the end of the bat. As Skews reaches out and tries to just get a piece of that to stay alive. That ball was breaking to the outside as she made contact. That's a good job. And swing and a miss, got the high one, got a strikeout. And that was a second out. 2 strikeouts in a row registered now by Riley Bartholomew. Pop up down the third base line by the batter, going to go all the way to the left field to make the catch there. Will Maddie Larson, and that will be 3 up, 3 down here in the second inning. Good job by the Gunnison Bulldogs. We'll be right back with the top of the third inning.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
To dare mighty things means to embrace challenges. It means to welcome a high-energy culture that prioritizes belonging. To dare mighty things means drawing inspiration from experienced faculty and alums who encourage you to think big. It means to be a part of time-honored traditions while also forging new ones. To dare mighty things means celebrating your achievements with pride and joy, knowing you can make a difference by daring to be great. Join us at the Huntsman School of Business, where we dare mighty things. That's the Huntsman difference.
Back to Spanish Fork softball complex in downtown Spanish Fork, Utah. 2A state competition here in softball. And we go now to the top of the third inning. And coming to bat will be the Gunnison Valley Bulldogs. They will be down. The number 8 batter, Dodry Olson, will lead off. And Camry Madsen on deck. And back to the top of the order, Aubrey Bartholomew in the hole. So Dodry Olson going to take one high and outside. Try to find a batting average here for Olson, 339. Grant deals outside ball. Once again, Grant takes the sign, rocks and fires. Going to be dribbled or shot towards second base. Nice job on the hop by Jessa Farnsworth. And she throws it across to Camry Larson real quick. So it's a 4-3 put out for the first out. Camry Larson comes to bat in the number 9 hole. Camry Larson. And Camry Madsen, that's what I meant to say. What did I say? Larson? Well, it was close. Some of the letters were the same. Didn't mean to insult, though. Camry Madsen at the plate. Thank you. That's why I couldn't find her on in my list of batting averages. Grant wheels and deals. Boy, she's bringing it. Good pitcher. Both of these pitchers really, really doing a good job. Madsen does have a .250 batting average. The number 9 spot fouls that one straight back against the screen. She'll live to get another swing on this thing. Madsen, 7 RBIs on the year. And .250 in that number 9 hole. That's good average down there. Pop that one straight back against the screen too. Staying alive. Good job. Just battle, battle, battle till you can get something you can really put the bat on. So here we go again. Grant toes the pitcher's mound. Whoa, she takes something off of that changeup, and she strikes her out. So Camry Madsen will go down on strikes for the second out. We'll go back to the top of the order now. Aubrey Bartholomew will step back in to bat. First time up, she dribbled it to first base and was able to, first baseman fielded it and stepped on it to record the out. And so she'll step back in. Good leadoff batter. A bit of a change up there, drops a little bit low, and will be a ball. Again, Bartholomew with the .390 batting average. The 2 triples and 4 doubles. It's 14 RBIs on the year. Down the first baseline, it'll be out of play, out into the grass. Send somebody's little boy to go get that one. And stands in Grant with the pitch. Whoa, good motion on that pitch. Swinging strike, strike 2. Taking a little bit of time here. That motion on the ball, the catcher, Anderton kind of took it off the shin, actually the thigh. The umpire letting her take a minute to maybe let that ease up a little bit. Grant steps back in. It'll be inside and low. That'll be a ball back against the screen, but no damage done there. Nobody on base. Nobody could advance. So 2-1 the count now. 2-1 apparently from the umpire. So Grant steps. Ball's hit down the third. Oh, great play, third baseman across the diamond, out. Wow, Larissa Maurer across to Camry Larson, backhanded it into foul territory, still able to make that play. What a play. We've seen some dandies so far in this ball game already. So at the end of the middle of the third inning, we'll take a break. It's still 1-0 Duchesne.
So you're all moved in. How's your new roomie?
Oh, she's cool. She's also a biology major.
Oh, that's great. You guys can help each other stay on top of homework.
I just hope the classes aren't hard. I'm kind of scared based on what I've heard.
You'll do great, I'm sure. We're proud of you.
Aww.
You ready to go?
Who's that?
Gotta go, Mom. Have a dorm meeting in 2 minutes. Love you.
Hello? Hello? Who was that?
Centricom Fiber, because you don't just need internet, you need good internet.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air. where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life.
You've seen the construction. Now come see the results. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to announce the end of construction on
Welcome back, as we have the first pitch here at the bottom of the third inning, and squaring to bunt was the batter. Farnsworth, Jacoy Farnsworth. Second one, she fouls it off to the right side. It'll be out of play. Again, when the people start running, you know where the ball's going to land. And I believe that'll be 2 quick strikes on the batter here. This umpire does a good job of signaling to the coaches what the count is. But as far as back here, we're not able to see it very well. So Farnsworth steps back in. Kira Grant will be on deck. She fouls and bunts it down the third place line. Pitcher picks it up, makes a bad throw to first, and it'll be an error on the throw, and the runner will come in safe on the error. So Farnsworth to first base, but she gets there on an E. I think that's going to have to be on the 1. The bad throw pulled the first baseman off, and nearly a collision between first and the runner. But either way you look at it, you got Jacoy Farnsworth at first base and Kira Grant at the bat. Grant is possesses the only run. She got a single in the first inning right up the middle, stole second, stole third, and was knocked in by Larissa Maurer on her single. Nice bit of a changeup, floats a little high there. So Grant stands in, I believe it's 2-0, I believe. Takes a big cut at that one. It'll be fouled straight back. So it'll be 2-1 will be the count. Farnsworth is batting, Presley Farnsworth. And Larissa Maurer is on deck with Claire Anderton in the hole. Ripped high on the right side. First baseman's trying to find it, does make the play. So they retire Kira Grant. That's a big out for them, as she'll fly out to the first baseman for the first out, and that's a big out for them. Presley Farnsworth will now come to the plate. She flew out to the first baseman her first time at bat. So Farnsworth steps in. Got a foul tip on that, so they're going to run her down anyway. The people out in the field don't know that that's been called a foul ball back here. A lot of action, but all for nothing. .590 batting average does Farnsworth have. Again, as we went through the first at-bats for all of these girls, lofty batting averages, 500, 551, 468, 494, 590, 385, 433. Wow, these are huge batting averages by these girls. That one's in the 5-6 hole. She caught the shortstop leaning one way and hits it the other way on her. The play will come back into third base, not in time. The ball gets loose, but not able to score. So a single, nicely done. Presley Farnsworth gets the single, and then a throwing error. They weren't going to get her at third anyway, as Jacoy Farnsworth was coming around to third. It wasn't going to be in time. It got loose, and it allowed Presley Farnsworth to get to second base. There are 3 Farnsworths on the team and 2, so that makes it fun. It's a family event here, like a family picnic. Pitch is a little bit inside and tight to the batter, Maurer. Larissa Maurer, and again, she's one of the possessors of those big batting averages at 500. She hits it in the 5-6 hole. Oh, great play by the shortstop. Can she get there in time? Bobbles it at first, so 1 run is in, 2 runs are in. The throw was kind of off and not quite what it should have been, but what a play into the gap by the shortstop. Great job there by Molly Barney.
was such a good hit, though. I think I want to give her a single. Would you give her a single on that? I mean, that was in the gap, though.
Well, but she had a play, and the play was on time.
She did try to make a play. Yep, you're right. All right.
So Jacoy Farnsworth comes around to score. Presley Farnsworth comes around to score. Larissa Maurer with the fielders. Well, the debate was hit or not, but she did make a great play in the hole, but she had a throw on first base, and it would have been in time, so I believe we have to give the error. So 2 runs, 3 runs in now, but what a great play, though, really, by Molly Barney, as she's able to get to that ball that I thought was a sure hit. So back to the plate after a little bit of a timeout. We've got Claire Anderton at the plate. Claire Anderton, she's the catcher for Gunnison. For Duchesne. She's going to lift this down the right field line. Don't know if it'll be fair or not. Right fielder give it a chase. And the reaction, I haven't seen a call. The people in the stands are cheering, and it must have been an out. We didn't see the call here. It was called by the umpire down the first baseline, but he's shrouded from us. So call that a fly out to the right fielder, and that is Jacoy Farnsworth. Nice job there by her. That was a long ways to go to get to that ball. Ball is going to be outside.
Cammy Larson batting.
I was wrong on that. That was the wrong team on the who made the play out there in right field.
Of course, same with the other pitchers. I feel like Gunnison's pitcher's not bad either.
Trying to chase numbers here. We'll get back to the action here. Ball is going to be lifted down that right field line once again, but this one's going to drop in, I believe. And Taylor Anderson is the right fielder there. I had the wrong team. Taylor Anderson's the one that made the great catch out in right field on the previous batter. Bartholomew brings it a little bit low, so 3-2 now, full count on the batter, Camry Larson. So 3-2. Ball's lifted. It's going to come back over the screen. Look out. We ought to, Jordan, we ought to offer that if they bring it up here, you will sign it. You will autograph the ball if they'll bring it up here. What do you think? Oh, they don't. Okay. Ball's going to be lifted. Shortstop settles underneath it, and she'll take it. That's Molly Barney, who, again, made a great play out there. Molly Barney makes the final out. Fly out to the shortstop for the 3rd out of the inning. And so Duchesne does come up with a couple more runs now as we go to the top of the 4th. It's 3-0 in favor of Duchesne in what is really shaping up to be a great game. We'll be right back.
22,000. That's roughly how many breaths you'll take today. And if your air isn't clean and healthy, there's 22,000 reasons to improve your air purification system for you and your family.
Pure Air from Lennox is a whole home solution, meaning cleaner air in every room and every breath, every single one.
Call the Stallings Company to see how we can fill your home with perfect air.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back. Kind of an unfortunate event there. He had a little first pitch was popped right up to the pitcher. She settled under it and called everybody else off. Grant did, and then the sun got her, and she dodged a little bit, and she's still rubbing her eyes, and it went off her foot clear over to the dugout. And so Taylor Anderson was able to get to second base. Probably it's an infield single because of the sun, but then she gets to second base on the careen. So what looked to be a sure out ends up being Anderson standing at 2. This is going to be driven down the right field out of bounds. And this is Camry Bunnell at the plate now. And Riley Bartholomew on deck, Molly Barney in the hole. So she steps back in, Bunnell. Outside edge, called ball low. So 1-1 is the count. Kira Grant has thrown an excellent game thus far. This is going to be driven into right field. This should get a run home unless they get the throw back in quickly. They're going to make a play at home. Not in time, go back to second to get the runner, and they may have got her. They did. The throw was high, but it was right on the head, and so they were able to put the tag right on the runner's head. So a single by Camry Bunnell will score the run, and then a great play from the catcher back to second base. So that'll be a 2-6 for the out. So heads up play there, but they do score a run. They do score a run, but what a heads up play by Duchesne's defense. Riley Bartholomew now into batting from the left side once again. Ooh, inside gets her. So she'll take a base as the pitch hit her. So a hit by pitch will put another runner on. And Molly Barney, number 8, the shortstop, steps in. They are giving a little bit of extra time to Bartholomew down at first base. She is the pitcher. It hit her in the non-pitching arm, and I'm sure that's not what Grant meant to do. And so she'll step back on the rubber. Here we go again. Runner at first base, Riley Bartholomew. They do not run for her. Molly Barney at the plate. Outside she does run. The pitch throws in time. They tag her on the head, but the ball pops loose. So she will be safe. The throw was there in time. Great job by Claire Anderton. And it was there, but again, it was up in the head area. And it popped the ball loose. So Riley Bartholomew is on base, but she's taking a beating out there. She stands at second base now. Molly Barney again trying to get another run across. They're down 3-1. She'll step out. Pitcher took too long getting the signal, so she'll step out of there for just a second. Now the pitch comes from Grant. Change up, popped into left field. Left fielder is under it, makes the play easily. Gets the ball back in quickly to the shortstop. So Maddie Larson makes the throw play out there. Maddie, and that will be the out, second out. So 2 down now in the inning. Atlee Coates comes to the plate. Coates stands in against Grant. Fouled off to the right side. So again, these are the numbers. Duchesne comes in as the number 3 seed, and Gunnison Valley the number 6 seed. So his change up, woohoo, staying alive. Nice job there by Coates to just reach out and touch that ball. It used to be an old telephone commercial, reach out and touch someone. Jordan's too young to remember that one. That's the way we used to play defense in basketball, reach out and touch somebody. Grant rips it, the ball is ripped to right field, and that's out of here, folks. A home run by number 3, Atlee Coates, down the right field line, and she torches that. Way to go, Atlee Coates.
Great job. Come get your voucher after the game.
So Atlee Coates evens the score here at 3 apiece as she hits a 2-run home run, driving in Riley Bartholomew and herself to tie it back up here. And folks, that was a rip to right field. The right-handed batter hitting it away, and it clears that fence out there. Great hit. That's a hot dog. We christened these, no longer are they dingers, meaning home runs. Now they're doggers.
Dongers.
Doggers. Hot doggers. So a hot dogger here.
Doggers.
So that evens the score here in the fourth inning, 3-3. We told you it was going to be a good game. Grant, ball gets hit right back up the middle, fielded by the second baseman, but she knows she doesn't have time for it. So that's another infield hit by Wojcik this time. As here in this fourth inning, Gunnison's bats have come alive. They've got 3 runs in the inning. They've got a runner at second base, 2 out in the inning. Made it exciting here. Grant had basically been untouched. And then the pop-up on the infield that the sun got her, she had it tucked away, that the last second it dropped into the sun and she couldn't find it. That kind of started this mess going on. And now they've got 3 hits in the inning, including a huge home run by Atlee Coates. So a short timeout at the mound. Now we're back to action with Dodry Olsen at the plate. She'll foul it off. And that's a strike on her. They're much more aggressive as Gunnison this inning. They're going right after Grant. Pitch, change up. One hopper to second base, nicely done there. Jessa Farnsworth picks it up, tosses it to Camry Larson, and that's it, the third out. So after the middle part of the fourth inning, it's 3-3. We'll be right back with the bottom.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
I'm Dr. Brandon Beck, and I'm one of the general surgeons at Central Valley Medical Center. One of the best parts of my job as a general surgeon is to interact with a wide variety of people. And many of those people have experienced chronic conditions or painful things for many years. And there is nothing better than helping them to work through those conditions and to have an improved quality of life. I'm happy to be back in Utah at Central Valley Medical Center serving the people in our community.
Back now as we go to the bottom of the fourth inning here. Duchesne up to bat now. And game is now tied after that big third inning by Gunnison. They will be leading off. The hitting now will be Maddie Larson. Maddie Larson steps in. Another big batting average, 494, 2 home runs on the year, 5 doubles. She has 38 RBIs, so just a junior. A lot of youth on both of these teams, so these teams aren't going anywhere in the next couple of years. So she'll step back in when they finally get the ball back in play. Bartholomew doing a good job pitching. Another pitch there piled back against the screen. 0-2 the count now. Again, this is the undefeated bracket here. Other games going on right now. You got Beaver and Grand County, Enterprise South Sevier, and San Juan, the number 1 ranked team, against South Summit. Those games are going on in the winners bracket. Losers will step down and play in the loser side. Shouldn't say loser, 1 loss side. And the winners, of course, would go into the quarterfinals here, semifinals basically. Pitch is inside ball. So a lot riding on these games. It's a double elimination, but if you've ever been into these tournaments, folks, it is tough coming back through that one-loss bracket, especially if your one loss is early. Strike out there. Nice job by Bartholomew as she throws a gem right there to Maddie Larson and strikes her out. I believe that's the fourth strikeout now registered by the pitcher Riley Bartholomew. And that's a called strike there. On the batter now is Brecklin Skews. She struck out the first time she was up also. And she came up in the second inning and went down on strikes. Turns to bunt it, bunts it down the third baseline, but it's going to roll foul. So that'll just be a strike there. 0-2 the count now to Brecklin Skews. So 0-2 now. Obviously, Bartholomew has the advantage here. Lots she can do now with the two strikes. Oh, she's just going to go right at you and mow you down is what she's going to do. Strikeout number 2. So that's 5th strikeout now, I believe, in the game here by Bartholomew. And she seems to be getting stronger as the game goes on. So that will bring up to bat now Jessa Farnsworth. And she'll bat from the left side. See if she goes with the... She partially swings. Are they going to say strike or hit by pitch? Did it come off the bat or did it come off the arm? Either way, the umpire is going to stand in there and say that's a strike, foul ball. So 1 strike on Jessa Farnsworth. Stands in. Farnsworth deals. Hits it right back up the middle. Good job by Farnsworth. Jessa Farnsworth drives that one right back up the middle for a single, putting a runner on now with 2 out in the inning. And Jacoy Farnsworth will come to the plate now. Jacoy Farnsworth. So Farnsworth steps in. She's going to hit it to the second baseman. Up with it, across. That's the it. And that's Riley Rochek to Aubrey Bartholomew. That's the 3rd out. And so the 1 hit did not hurt them. So we'll finish the 4th inning 3-3. We'll be back with the 5th.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they provide value beyond the project, creating places where people live, work, and thrive. For over 40 years, they've proudly served our communities, enhancing lives through their work. Join their team and become a dedicated community improvement leader. Whether you're an engineer or just love infrastructure, they invite you to seek a career with them. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Why did I choose Huntsman? To get real experience, real support, and a career focus from day one. Instead of regular classes on Fridays, we dive into workshops, build our network, and grow together. At the Huntsman School, we forge lifelong friendships, support each other through challenges, and celebrate our wins. Here, students graduate with experience and jobs waiting. We dare mighty things together. That's the Huntsman difference. Learn more at huntsman.usu.edu.
Back now as we go to the top of the 5th inning in a great game. 3-3 in the top of the 5th here as we go now, and we'll come to the plate with the Gunnison Lady Bulldogs here. They will start with Camry Madsen, I believe. Unless I'm way off.
Yeah, I'm like looking here. They putting someone
Is this a substitution? This is a different name here.
I think that's what they just did.
So we've got a number 11 batting right now. Let's get that real quick. Who that belongs to. And so batting now, number 11, Macy Hunt is batting for Madsen. She's going to hit the first pitch. So Maisie Hunt.
Now batting, Maisie Hunt.
And that's in the 5th inning she comes in. So first pitch is a swinging strike for her, fouling the ball off. Second one, ooh, nice job by the catcher, Anderton, to stop that one. Even though no one was on, she made the extra effort to get over in front of that thing and stop that. Good job. So 1-1 count now to Hunt. Grant brings it on the outside edge. Called strike on that outside edge, folks. And that's not just catching the edge. She's got good movement on the ball, good speed. So she just had the one bad inning. Well, not necessarily a bad inning. It was just some things happened and some good hitting. So Hunt fouls it off again. So 1-2 the count remains to Hunt. On deck is Aubrey Bartholomew, followed by Taylor Anderson at the top of the order for Aubrey and Taylor. She's going to hit the ball down the right field line. It's just over the first baseman. Second could not get there in time, so that's nice. You make a substitution for hitting, and she comes right off the bat and gets a single for you. Great job there by Maisie Hunt. That'll bring the top of the order. Aubrey Bartholomew comes to the plate. She's been up twice. She dribbled at the first base on the first time up, and then she hit it. It was hit it to third base and was thrown out by the third baseman. Looks like the runner's going to come in. Running for Atlee. That can't be.
She just re-enters.
It was 5. It looked like a 3 came back in. I said, that can't be because she's already in the game. So Camry Madsen comes back in to run. So it's a re-entry for Camry Madsen after the hit by Macy Hunt. So now we're ready to go. Aubrey Bartholomew is at the plate. And again, she's been up twice and been out twice. Down the first base line, was it fair or foul? And did she catch it on the fly or on a one-hopper? Well, the umpire has ruled that it was a foul ball and it must have hit the ground. But it was a great play by the first baseman. She did a great job out there, Camry Larson, of fielding that hot. So she stands back in, see what she can do this time. Foul back against the screen. Ball hits the backstop and rolls clear back out to Kira Grant there in the circle. So she'll step back in, ready to go here.
It's like the main sagey green or something like that. Yeah, the light color.
Throws a bit of a change up, a little bit too far off the base, so it'll be called a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes on the batter. Bartholomew, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, a floater, strikes her out on a great pitch up around the shoulders for a strikeout. First out of the inning. That is the 4th strikeout registered by Grant here in the first 4 innings, 4 1/3. So stepping in now is Taylor Anderson, and she has a single and a strikeout in the ball game. Outside, just missing outside, ball 1. Turns to bunt it, throws a changeup, throws the timing off on the quick snap bunt, fouls it off. So that'll be a strike on Anderson. She's trying to pull a sneak bunt and can turn late. And the timing of the changeup threw her off just enough. Takes the signal. On that outside, it's called a ball outside. 2-1, I believe the count is now. Again, the umpire doing a great job. It's just not throwing these signals up here where we can see them. Turns to bunt it, runs it right out in front of the first pitcher. She's going to come to first. It's off the first baseman's glove, and that'll allow the runner to be safe, and it allows then Madsen to go all the way to third on the error. Went to second on the base on the bunt, but then gets to third on the error. So that has to be an error on the first baseman, really, because the throw was there in time. And she'll end up at first base. She'll stay at first base. So runners at the corner, first and third. Gunnison calls a bit of a timeout here to discuss things a little bit. It's just the players out there talking. Leaders trying to pull things together here. The score is tied 3-3. We are in the 5th inning. So any runs at all become huge by either team when you start getting limited on your outs. So stepping in now will be Camry Bunnell, stepping in with runners at the corners and 1 out. The best thing that can happen right now for the Duchesne Eagles is a strikeout here. But that's going to be tough. Dribbled back to the pitcher. She checks at third, goes to first. That's an out. Run coming home. The throw is high, and the run will score. So Grant does a good job of checking the runner back, but on the throw to first and then a bad throw coming home, that allows the runner, Madsen, who does a good job of base running, to come in and score the go-ahead run for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Taylor Anderson is now at second base. Bunnell gives herself up there. So that's the second out. Pop up into his left center field. Center fielder comes over and misses it in the sun, and another run will score. She called it off early, headed all the way, and then right at the last minute, just like the pop up on the infield, she loses contact as the sun plays a part of that. That's one of those, if your left fielder can get to it, you may want to let her take that because she's got a better angle on the sun, but as it is, it drops in. And it'll be Riley Bartholomew at second base, and Taylor Anderson now comes in to score, and it's 5-3 now in favor of the Gunnison Bulldogs. Twice now the sun has really played a part for Gunnison. Dribble, line shot to second base. She'll grab that puppy, and that'll be it as Jessa Farnsworth snares that one. So that'll be the end of the top of the 5th. We'll be back with the bottom of the 5th with Gunnison ahead 5-3 right after this.
My parents know nothing about gaming. I told them we needed Centricom Fiber because it's by far the fastest and most reliable internet speeds.
Hey bud, dinner's ready. Time to turn off the game box.
All right, this round's almost over.
These days, kids do a lot of their homework online. They talk to their teachers, they receive assignments, and they do research, all from our kitchen table. That's why I chose Centricom Fiber Internet. They have the fastest and most reliable connection, so my kids can stay on top of their schoolwork.
In times like these, it's good to know there's a place where people know who you are, no matter how long you've been gone. A place where the smells of home cooking are still in the air, where a simple wave warms your heart, and sharing stories with family, friends, and your community is just a way of life. Yes, in times like these, it's good to be home. Agraria Insurance Company, protecting what's important in life.
Welcome back now as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here. And Duchesne, the last 2 innings, Duchesne was cruising. First couple of innings, they were ahead 3-0. And Gunnison unable to do much of anything to them offensively. In the last 2 innings, Gunnison has come alive. They've gotten 5 runs in the last 2 innings to take the lead 5-3 now as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Coming to bat for Duchesne now. And the first pitch is going to be popped up to the right side. This could be a Texas Leaguer. Right fielder's coming in but makes the play. So good job there by Taylor Anderson. Is calling off the world on that one, saying, I got it, and certainly she did. Excuse me, that's Camry Madsen. Camry Madsen makes that play. So 1 down. And at the plate now is Kira, excuse me. Another hit into the 5-3 hole there. Well done by Presley Farnsworth. So Presley Farnsworth gets a single into left field, the 5-6 hole, and she's on now with 1 down. Ball's going to be low, ball one. Again, Bartholomew gave up a couple of runs in the first couple of innings, but has been rock solid since then. Looking to make close, quick work. Another hole in the 5-6 hole. Backhanded there, not in time at second, not in time at first. Again, a great pickup and stop by Molly Barney, but just unable to get back up and make the throw to second base. Speed on the base pass. Presley Farnsworth makes it to second base, and Larissa Maurer gets to first on a fielder's choice. So that puts 2 runners on, and coming to the plate is Claire Anderton. Anderton has flown out to right field twice. This one's going to come back across the screen. Look out, somebody. Now, Jordan, when I said look out, somebody, don't flinch. You're in the building. You're okay. You don't have to worry about that. So 1 strike on the batter. Claire. Just a Texas leaguer just over the infield. Runners have got to advance, and they do. Boy, that's a tough one for the runners. They don't know if a fielder can get there or not. You play that halfway. But Claire Anderton with a base hit now loads them up, moving Farnsworth to third, Maurer to second, and Anderton to first. So bases loaded. Camry Larson at the plate. Camry Larson steps up there with a big old batting average here. Now we're going to have maybe a runner here. Talking to the umpire. They've got a young lady with a helmet on coming out of the dugout. Looks like they're going to run. They can run for the catcher, and I believe that's who that they're going to do. Claire Anderton at first base, and they're going to run put a runner in. Wait, no, check that. They're going to put a runner in for Maurer. If I've got that right, I believe that was for Maurer. So Anderton would be at first base. Maurer will come off. A runner will go in for her. I did not get the number. I apologize. So that will be a runner for Maurer. I would imagine that they'll re-enter Maurer after these plays are over. Pop up on the infield. Catcher's looking for it. Catcher can't find it. Oh, boy, that's a big out you don't want to get away from you right there. Boy, you just don't want that to happen defensively. That's you got to get those outs. But again, she's dancing, turning circles, trying to find the ball. And then the sun had to play a part in it too, because when she finally looked back the direction where the ball was, that was directly back into the sun. But oh, you wish you could do that one again. I'm sure she would. So Larson survives. She'll get another swing at this thing. And she has nearly a 500 batting average also. Swing and a miss. Good movement on that ball by Rasmussen as she breaks that one over the outside part, and it was moving hard when it got to the plate. So strike 2 on Larson. Maddie Larson on deck. Pitch is high. Ball. Again, the ball is high. So I believe it's 2-2 now. Bases loaded, 1 down, bottom of the 5th. Big pitch here by Rasmussen. In the dirt, 3-2, full count now. 1 down in the 5th, bottom of the 5th. Duchesne trailing 5-3. Full count with runners on all the bases full up. Foul ball back against the screen. Good pitch by Rasmussen, throws that up in the eyes a little bit. And a good piece of hitting to stay alive by Larson. This is Camry Larson. Excuse me, Maddie Larson. Down the right field is going to be back out of play. So she steps back in there again. Rasmussen deals, oh, inside. That's a ball 4. That's ball 4. So Presley Farnsworth comes in to score. Maurer to third base. And I've missed a batter here, but Camry Larson does go to first base on a walk. So at the plate is Maddie Larson. Pitch is low, ball. And Maddie Larson is at the plate. Hit the third base, picked up there. The throw comes home, nicely done. Makes the out at home. Good play from third base. Camry Bunnell to Atlee Coates at the plate to cut down that run. So that's a 5-2 to get the second out. Anderton will go to second. Larson to third. Maddie Larson to first on the fielder's choice. Brings Brecklin Skews to the plate. Sharply down the line, foul. Foul ball down the line. So Brecklin Skews now at the plate. Again, bases loaded. 1 run across. It's 5-4 now in favor of Duchesne. Excuse me, in favor of Gunnison. Now we've lost the umpire. Oh, he's going to get, he's waiting for somebody to ring a softball back to him. That he was talking to the crowd. I'm not sure which. Pitch on the way. Outside ball. So many things can happen right here in this situation. You love to see young ladies compete. And then not just clam up, get nervous, and let things happen, but to compete. Foul ball back against the screen by Skews. 1-2, I believe, this count, or 2-2. Here in the 5th inning.
Now that I saw yours. I know, right? Thank you. Ooh, those look so good.
So runs are important. 5-4, all that they've been able to score in the 5 innings. So Skews with a big moment here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What a pitch by Rasmussen. She changes it up and gets the strikeout. So Skews goes down on a strikeout. So they'll end the inning with the bases loaded, but they do get one back. It's 5-4. We'll be back with the 6th inning.
You've seen the construction. Now come see the results. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to announce the end of construction on the hospital and the opening of our new Beaver Valley Hospital Wellness Center this June. Located immediately west of the hospital, it's a space designed for everyone. From our walking track, weights, circuit training, and full-service aquatics, we're here to support your strength and health as you begin your wellness journey. Join us this June and discover one more reason to choose local. Beaver Valley Hospital. Why would you go anywhere else?
22,000. That's roughly how many breaths you'll take today. And if your air isn't clean and healthy, there's 22,000 reasons to improve your air purification system for you and your family.
Pure Air from Lennox is a whole home solution, meaning cleaner air in every room and every breath, every single one.
Call the Stallings Company to see how we can fill your home with perfect air.
Lennox, air is life. Make it perfect.
Welcome back as we go now to the top of the 6th inning in a very well-played softball game here in the undefeated bracket. A chance to go to the semifinals here for one of these two teams. And we stand here with right now Gunnison ahead 5-4 against the Duchesne Lady Eagles. And so Gunnison coming to bat. They'll start with number 3, Atlee Coates will come to bat. She has a home run in the ball game and a strikeout. So feast or famine for Miss Coates here. Dribbles one back to the pitcher. Nicely done by Grant. Picks it up, throws it over to the first baseman. Larson, 1 pitch, 1 out. As a pitcher, you love to see that. So the first out. And again, Atlee Coates with that huge home run to right field in the last inning. And, or 2 innings ago, excuse me. Wojcik now comes to the plate. And she's going to take some advice from the her coach first, calls her down to the third baseline. And so we set up now. 1 down in the 6th inning. And again, runs are important, even more important here because of the limited number of outs you've got left in the ball game. So Duchesne really doesn't want to give any more runs here because they're struggling to score right now also. First pitch is a ball by Grant. She'll step back in and take a signal. Wojcik at the plate. She wants to do the opposite. She wants to put runs on to put the pressure on Duchesne. Outside, ball 2. And big pitch here, 2-0 the count. Dribble right back up the middle, just over the outstretched glove of the pitcher, Grant. She's not able to come up with it. And it goes into center field where it's fielded and brought back in. So that's a base hit by Wojcik. It'll bring Dodry Olson to the plate. Olson has hit it to the second base twice sharply, but then thrown out both times. So she'll step in with 1 down with 1 on and try to make something happen here for the Gunnison Bulldogs. Golden opportunity to tack a few runs on here and get control of the ball game. Pitch is low, nice job behind the plate. Both of these catchers, folks, doing a massive job back here, blocking balls, digging them out of the dirt, keeping them in front, keeping runners at bay. Doing a good job. Pitch is fouled off the right side, back across down the other bleacher over there. And now we'll be back. On deck is Camry Madsen. I believe Maisie Hunt batted for her last time, but she re-entered Camry Madsen, so I would imagine she'll be batting again. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 to Olson. So here we go again. She'll step back in. Down 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, but the ball gets past. I thought that was strike 3. Obviously, my count was off. So nobody advanced. I guess they called that a foul ball is what they called that because the runner could not advance either. So that's called a foul ball. So maybe I wasn't as messed up as I thought I was. Olson stands in. Pitch coming. Swing and a miss. That's an out. Again, they tried to run on a dropped ball or muffed ball by the catcher. But you can't run if it's less than 2 outs. So that's a strikeout. Great time for Hunt to, Kira Grant to register a strikeout. It was the second out of the inning. So Camry Madsen, I believe, now steps back in. Check the number real quick. It's outside, ball. And that is Camry Madsen back in there now. Again, like we said last time, Maisie Hunt stepped in to pinch hit for, got a hit. Then they re-entered Madsen back in to run. So she's back in there defensively and now offensively also. This ball is dribbled down the third baseline, picked up across the diamond third base. Nice throw. And that's the 3rd out. The runner continues to go, but that is the 3rd out. It doesn't matter how far you go, it doesn't count. So nice play there by 3rd to 1st, and that'll be it for the top of the 6th inning. We'll be back with the bottom in just a moment.
Welcome back to the UCCU Saving Spotlight.
Today's play of the day goes to Becky, a single mom who just got her son Max a youth debit card from UCCU.
This is a big win for Max, who knows that UCCU mobile banking makes it easy for his mom to add money to his debit card anytime.
It's also a big win for Becky, who knows it also makes it easy to monitor her child's spending anytime. Final score, 1 happy son, 1 responsible mom.
With the assist from UCCU.
Vince Lombardi once said, "The measure of who we are is what we do with what we have." The quote rings true whether applied to our country, our schools, our homes, or on the field of play. We applaud our student athletes for their hard work and determination on the field and in the classroom. Brought to you by Sunrise Engineering, promoting excellence in sports and education. Visit us at sunrise-eng.com. That's sunrise-eng.com.
Welcome back once again as we go now to the bottom of the sixth inning in a very exciting, hard-fought softball game. A lot of great plays have been made in this game. As it stands right now, you got Gunnison in the lead 5-4 here in the bottom of the sixth inning. Duchesne brings to the plate. They'll come up first with Jessa Farnsworth. First pitch from Rasmussen is high. Bartholomew, excuse me, not Rasmussen. Bartholomew is high, ball 1 to Jenna Farnsworth. She flew out to left field once. This is going to be a slow roller to second base. Bobbled, and she's able to get on. In fact, when they got through bobbling at first base and second base were about 3 feet apart, but quickly down the line for Jessa Farnsworth batting from that left side. She's going to make it. Unfortunately, that'll probably be an error on the second baseman as she bobbled that ball several times and allowed Farnsworth to get in. But as offensively, whatever it takes to get on, that's what you want to do. Now Jacoy Farnsworth comes in. She turns squares to bunt, nothing there. Ball sails high. So that'll be ball 1 to Farnsworth. Jessa Farnsworth at first, Jacoy Farnsworth at second. And in the hole is Presley Farnsworth. Turns and bunts, lays it down nicely. Big play by the third baseman, makes the play. They do get the out at first, and left field comes in to cover third base, so they couldn't run the runner. Jessa Farnsworth could not get around to third. Good job by the left fielder to come in and cover that base. So Jacoy Farnsworth goes out on a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice, first out. And, excuse me, Jessa Farnsworth moves to second on the fielder's choice. Now, more importantly, it brings to bat Kira Grant. She'll take a ball on the first. They try to throw it down to second to make a play there, nothing doing. And Kira Grant steps in. She got a single and then flew out twice to the outfield. Pitch a breaking ball on the outside, too big, ball 2. Farnsworth steps in. Big play here. A run will tie it. Ball's hit deep into left center field. Back. It's against the fence. It will not be a home run, but it'll be a double. Runner coming to home. The throw comes late. And Kira Grant comes through big time for the Duchesne Eagles with a big double. Looked for a minute like it might get out of here, but was right up against the fence. Farnsworth had to hold because it looked like the center fielder might have a chance to field that, but she still has enough time to get around and scamper in to score. So Jessa Farnsworth, the bunt by Jacoy Farnsworth, moving Jessa to second base. Really key there because she was in scoring position on the hit by Grant. Fake the bunt. Grant's coming down. The catcher tried to throw from her knees and fell over, and Grant gets in standing up on third base with a stolen base. So now you've got Presley Farnsworth at the plate. She has a single and scored and a single and scored in 3 at-bats. She hits it to third base. He drops it hard off her glove. Looked like it was a line drive out, but it was come right off the top of her glove and drops down. We'll see what the official scorer gives on that. And so that'll be an E on the 5. That was a hard hit ball. Now you got runners at the corners. Presley Farnsworth and Kira Grant with 1 out in the inning, and Larissa Maurer comes to the plate. Maurer, the throw is outside. The pitch, they try the old trickaroonie. They run the runner to second base, and they throw the ball to shortstop, trying to catch the Grant coming down from third, but Grant just stood there. She was too smart for that. Ball's hit to third base. She bobbles it. She's going to go across to first. They'll get that, but not in time for Grant scores. And so that will now move Duchesne back in the lead, 6-5. Farnsworth will go to second. So that's basically a sacrifice by Larissa Mowers. And I think she had a chance at home because Grant broke with the hit. They probably could have come home. But you make sure of the sure out. You make sure of that. So now you've got Claire Anderton at the plate. Oh, nice pitch by Rasmussen as she Bartholomew, as she floats that thing in there. 2 outs in the inning. Couple of runs across. Pitch is outside ball. So Anderton will be followed by Camry Larson and Maddie Larson. Ball is inside. Ball called. 3-0 the count now. So this will load them up if she's able to get on with the ball here. As Bartholomew having a momentary lapse with the control here. Not that, oh, that's high. They're going to say it's high, so ball 4. And it's not loaded, excuse me. It's not loaded. But there's runners at the corner now. Farnsworth at third, Anderton at first. And coming to the plate, Camry Larson. Camry Larson, 438 average in doubles, triples, home runs. Big hitter right here, the number 5 hole. Pitch is outside, ball. I don't know if you send the runner now from first to second here, what the advantage might be, because with 2 down, you can put a real play on at second base. Unless she's greased lightning running out there, you got to be careful there. Ball. Oh, called strike on the inside, so it'll be 1-1. So far, she's flown out to the pitcher, she's flown out to shortstop, and she reached on a base on balls in the last inning. So, ball is outside. Oh, called strike on the outside corner. So 2 strikes, 1-2 the count now, 1-2. Got to protect here in the dirt. Pretty sure of that one. Ball. 2-2 the count. So 2-2, 2 down. Swing and a miss, strike 3, so she gets her on a strikeout. Registers another one. That's the third out in the inning. But not before some damage is done there as they get a couple in the inning to go up 6-5 now as we go to the 7th inning. Top of the 7th when we come back.
Wendy's went back to the kitchen to give our famous spicy chicken sandwich a total upgrade. More crunch, more flavor, with heat that just hits. Is this our best spicy chicken ever? Looks like a yes to me. Spicy chicken just got better at Wendy's.
Sanpete Steel in Moroni was founded in 1994 and is one of the major steel construction companies in the Intermountain West. Specializing in structural steel fabrication and assembly, Sanpete Steel's impressive portfolio includes the Hales Theater in Sandy and structures on the campuses of the University of Utah, BYU, and UVU. Sanpete Steel in Moroni, where their motto is done right and on time at 685 East Main Street. Call today at 800-261-1026. That's 800-261-1026. Or go to sanpetesteel.com.
As a urologist, my job includes treating kidney stones, diagnosing, treating prostate cancer, and other disorders of the urinary system. Here at CVMC, specialists and primary care physicians all work very closely together.
As a family physician, being able to have continuity of care and direct relationships with our specialists is something we're very fortunate to have here.
I'm Dr. David Sewell, board-certified urologist. I'm proud to provide state-of-the-art care here at Central Valley Medical Center.
Welcome back now as we go to the top of the 7th. Duchesne worked themselves back into the lead now, 6-5. Now Gunnison comes to the plate. They've got work to do, but they're at the top of their order, so they're where they want to be. Aubrey Bartholomew, Taylor Anderson, and Camry Bunnell come to the plate. 3 outs to go. First ball is hit to second base. Picks it up across the first. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's Farnsworth to Larson for the out, so that's a big one right there. For the first out, down to 2 outs now. Anderson comes to the plate. She's done well. She's been on up 3 times. She's been on twice, once by a hit and once on an error, but she's got herself on and she scored 2 of the 5 runs that Gunnison has scored. So here we go. Grant Bringsdale's fake the bunt, ball in the outside corner, called strike. So a called strike on the first pitch. See if she fakes that bunt again. See what the corners are doing. Right now you got to get yourself on any way you can. Second pitch popped up to the right side. Right fielder coming in, makes the catch. The right fielder was hindered by the sun, but Jacoy Farnsworth, what a play coming in. I thought they had lost it, second had given up. I thought it was too narrow for the right fielder to get to it, but she makes a catch and goes to her knees on the play. What a play. To win big games, you got to have big plays, and that was one right there. So F9 for the second out. So they're down to 1 now. Camry Bunnell's got to get something going here for Gunnison. And she's been up 3 times and has yet to get on base. Pitches again, right side down the line. Will it be fair? Will it be out? It's going to be a foul ball, looks like. So unable to make that call, the right fielder, Farnsworth. But it's a foul ball, a long strike. A long, scary strike. Again, Gunnison down to their last out. They need 1 run to tie, 2 to be ahead. Gunnison would get their last at-bats. Pitch a little bit. Wait, there's the call. Strike 2. It was kind of a later call on that one, but he called strike 2. Then the coach had to ask again whether it was or wasn't, and he did give the call. So down to the last strike. Now not just the last out, but the last strike. See what Duchesne brings. Kira Grant fires. Gonna be a little bit low that time. Ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Bunnell. Riley Bartholomew is on deck. So looking to get yourself on there, Camry Bunnell. Grant rocks, fires. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a great comeback. What a game here we've got. And it'll go down as a 6-5 win for Duchesne. And they will advance. And what a game. Good game to call, good game to watch. And Duchesne will win that one and move on to the 7 o'clock game on field 2. Gunnison Valley will drop down to play, where are we at? Game 16. They'll drop down to play Parowan probably right after this, so they'll play again. So great game, good job, both teams, both coaching staffs. Pleasure to watch. We'll be right back.
Great game, ladies.